Good day, my friends, and welcome back to my Krastorio and Space Exploration series. I'm Icon, and today we're going to complete this wonderful machinery. I left off pretty much at the same spot where I ended the last episode, because I felt like we're about to finish a really large-scale project today, and I did so many preparations off camera. I want to finish this beastie together with you live on camera, because I felt like if I would do a little bit more of the preparations, there might be a good chance that we would be done with this episode too quickly. Well, I'll be laughing soon about my foolishness, I guess, that I assumed to be done here quickly, but we're gonna see where this ends. So first up, we're going to plug in all the necessary sulfuric acid here. I never had such a large production of batteries before, but it's just 5 per second, you know? This all looks so huge, but at the same time, if you don't use any modules for efficiency or productivity, your arrays are rather large rather quickly. But well, we're gonna see that where this ends. So, well, too bad. We're gonna. I just was wondering if I could pipe it around this direction, but no, not at all. So we're gonna do this like that. Just squiggle it around this place. There we go. It's really important that I leave one square at every machine open. And that's why I needed one grid room between each and every machine to make sure that I'll stay able to set up inserters for those thingies. I think if I remember correctly, one regular inserter was enough. Yeah. So at least in this part where we are in a... This is at least easy, you know. But this whole battery factory was kind of a hassle, gotta say. Bigger hassle than I thought it would be. Also, it's a very inserter-consuming business here. I already churned through another 100 inserters just like that. It's insane. But at least we're now able to create our own batteries in a larger scale. Insanity or not, you know. Here we go. Alright, so now I got all the necessary parts together to create the rocket control units. So the real nasty part about that is we're gonna need a lot of space to get that job done. So 20 assembly units are on their own already quite a lot to achieve, but I think this length will be more than enough. But there's another thing which is quite nasty about these. We're gonna need 2 layers of belt on each side, otherwise it won't work. So let's see, we're gonna need 5, another 5, another 5, and another 5. So that's it. Let's copy those. That's 20, isn't it? Alright. Wonderful. Alrighty, so that's that. We're gonna have, what's it gonna be? So red circuits can go together with the batteries. I mean, we're basically asking for it. I mean, seriously. I would be a fool if I wouldn't do that, don't you agree? So I'm definitely not gonna have enough inserters for that. No. Oh man. So we're definitely gonna take a little recording break here in between to fix that. So we're gonna be twiddling them like that. Oh, and I'm also out of belts. So, friends, give me a short break, and I'll be right back for you. So there we are, already back on the way to the fields. So I really gotta say, this train track paid itself off so much already. It's quite amazing. Alrighty, so let's keep feeding those beasts. I really am so hyped up, you know? I'm just so hyped up because of these things happening here. So we're gonna be twiddling those like that. So this was the higher distance belt. Got it. So here we are. Next stop, blue circuits and glass and or iron ore. Well, so the glass is up here. So I'd say we're definitely gonna fetch it from there. So I'm gonna reverse the flow of that belt, and we're gonna take it like this. So, simple question here, will I just pick up the iron plates from somewhere else? I'd say the answer is yes, because it's gonna be so much easier to just like split off the iron plates here and let them run over to our other place from there. So yeah, this is also a pretty heavy, a pretty spaghetti heavy assembly here, in case you were wondering what the duck I'm doing here. So I'm cooking wonderful spaghetti, so don't you hassle me while doing so, okay? Just kidding. These once systems grow to a certain complexity, it's always kind of a pain to work with them. So considering how the workflow is coming together here, I'm gonna pack that stuff here. So that's gonna be glass and iron plates. So the last thing necessary will be the blue circuits. And I feel like the easiest way of achieving that will be just to leave them as they are. Put them like that. Just give them a red underground belt like that. And pipe them in there. So here we go. That's gonna consume tons and tons and tons of materials. Meanwhile, I noticed that 500. Whoa, that's completely the wrong place. Cut it here. Go forth, robot. Save my resources. Okay, awesome. So that would have been really unfortunate to have that many blue circuits in my inventory afterwards. Of course, I had a little misjudgment here. We gotta twiddle those in here. Just like, whoa, okay. Just like that. To make sure I'm not running out of belts here in between, let's just handcraft a few just in case something's going wrong. Because I don't want to go for yet another break to my mall again. There we are. But I'm definitely sure that we're going to need more than that before this episode is over. But nevertheless, at least let me finish this satellite control unit facility, you know, in peace. Okay, so next step is going to be the inserter workload. we're gonna use red inserters like that, and yellow inserters like that, and yellows like that. So there we go. Luckily, I'm able to replicate that, but I can't use that on both sides because the other side is working a little bit differently here. Not on this end though. This is exactly the same as you see. But the output of these facilities is being done by red inserters and not by blue. Not by yellow inserters. Also, I just realized that, oh gosh, I did a mistake on the other side. Oopsie daisy. I got to correct that too. Of course, we need the red inserters for the input as well. So we have to override that a bit. But luckily, my salvation is only one shift left click away here. That's why I like to work with robots, you know. Alright, satellite control units coming up. After that, only the rocket fuel is the last missing link. And then we're finally there, friends. I can't wait for it, honestly. But you heard that several times now from me, so you might already know that. There we go. So let's just give those monstrosities a little bit of the power they hunger for, and then I'm very curious to see what happens there. Definitely sure that my whole system will now be crying because of over strain. Like the blue circuits down there must be a pain. Alone to fill all those belts which I set up here must be such a insane pressure here for that whole system. But well, that's okay. At no point did I assume that this system here would be working completely like efficient. I mentioned that in the last episode, so it's still true here. Alright, so we got these done. Now to our last and probably simplest thing here. So advanced oil processing. We're just gonna need, wait a sec, 5 refineries for 60 light oil. Oh my god. So whatever. Do I have the necessary fuel processors already in my inventory? No, I don't. So let's pre-produce those two. Fuel refineries, that is. So, the necessary rocket fuel. I guess we're gonna be producing that where? I mean, I got the low density thingies here, I got the heat shieldings here, I got the control units here. So it would be only good to produce the rocket fuel somewhere in the vicinity of that here too. So how about this place? I think I like that. So let's see, 5 oil refineries. Is that really necessary? So advanced oil processing, crude oil processing. So here we go. That's gonna spit out 14 units of light oil per sec. So 5 of them, they say. So I'm pretty sure I'm able to refine that in a much more sophisticated way, but honestly, I don't need sophisticated if I'm able to just flare stack that stuff, and that's what we're gonna do. I want simple solutions at this point, you know, and flare stacking that is by far the simplest solution I can think of. So here, so I do like that. All right. So this is going to be the oil connectors. This is going to be the water connectors. Bang. And water, we can take that from here. We would need the connector there though. So let's just do it like that, I'd say. Poor copper belt, yet again, being victim for my fluid works, but whatever. Off my fluid works, not for my fluid works. So here we go. Steel belt suffering too, but that's okay. Alright, there's the water for the oil processing. Boom. And the flare stacks will be simply just burning the unwanted materials. I know that's really just, I don't know. I feel like that's pretty decadent to do that, but I want simple solutions at this point. And flare stacking that away like this seems to me like the simplest solution I can go for right now. So, cheers to that. Oh no, we have another destruction here. So oh, and it's even no, it's even using assembly 1 machines. Alrighty, friends, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta fix that mess. So there we are back. Now we can watch my little robots here repair that for a sec. It was quite tedious because I had to recover tier 1 assembly machines because we're obviously still using those at this facility here. So I still haven't found quite the time to install proper meteor defense measures here on this base. That's mostly because I haven't found the time yet to calculate the necessary amount of guns and ammunitions to shoot away pretty much every meteorite, and yeah. That's just what happened in between. I feel like I should be doing this at some point though. Alright, so where did we leave? I wanted to plug in those bad boys. So I had to get back to my mall in time to grab up a few tier 1 assemblers, which I'm actually not using anymore at all, you know. They are kind of like not used anymore by me. Okay, so now we get to do this. And last but not least, I'm gonna need some iron plates. But didn't we, yeah, just like I thought. Iron plates are quite attainable here. So the fuel refineries will need 2 materials. Iron plates and oxygen. And of course the oil. The oil we're producing right now. I'm just considering where to do this. So I want to keep this area free. So we're gonna create the rocket fuel over here. I just realized I'd like to do this like that. So these 2 guys will be living down here. And I'm gonna connect them now. And then, of course, the atmospheric condensers will be doing their magics for the oxygen. There we go. So, first up, a few pipes handcrafted, and now we're gonna be creating a little bit of a grid here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4... So that's it. That's gonna be what we're working with here. Oxygen producers. I really like that new oxygen icon. I don't know if it's version 1.1 or just the mod I'm using right now. But nevertheless, I feel like it's looking beautiful. Alright. So there's one really important question, and that's are these guys connecting with each other, or are they not? No, they're not. So we're gonna be... well, I already have an idea. It's gonna involve a lot of pipes though. But that's okay. Or will that even work? Nah. I don't like what I did here, so let's just cut it for now. I'm just concerned that I'm not gonna be able to connect all of them correctly, so we're gonna do it instead like this. 6 on 6 here. 5 and here's 6. Well, whoopsie, I don't like what I did here. So we're gonna be placing them down like this. That's more like it. Here. Now, I hope that'll work better. So, now we're just able to connect them all into one big grid. Which will be, in my humble opinion, way more reliable than what I did before. Because some machines, they work really harmonious with each other and let fluids pass through each other and such things. And some machines are like, nope, we're not gonna do this at all. So, since I have no clue what kind of machine these atmospheric compressors are, I'll rather take no risk, and what I did here is absolutely, I'm absolutely positive about it working. So, the only thing which is lacking now is power, but that's the least of my worries. Okay, so this is now working out as intended. Awesome. So, now to the rocket fuel. Ah, of course, we're gonna need the iron plates. And that's gonna be the last step to take. Of course, I've taken some liberty of preparing other materials right away. When I was in the pause, I grabbed a few materials necessary. Like some new inserters, some new belts, the usual, you know. So, here we go. We're even gonna need 2 layers of inserters here. So, how much iron does it need? Oops, basic inserters 0.6. It's actually a lot of iron, more than I anticipated. And we also gotta be outputting, of course, like that. And now is the time to assemble all this. So excited. So, let's see. Is this here really the point that I wanna use? So, oh, wait a second, I got no power. I want to at least power them up here. Let's use the bigger poles. Here we go. So, that's done, and now, well... I feel like the satellite silo is here at a pretty decent spot, honestly. But, nevertheless, well... No. So, here's the control units, here's the heat shielding. So, I'd say we go down there. All the way down there. Or, well, yeah. Enough of the thinking here. Let's just do our thing. Here. We're gonna put it down here. Alright, so let's go. First up, the silo needs power. Next up, we're gonna need to twiddle in all those necessary materials. I can't tell you how long I've been waiting for this moment. Like, there's been so many painful preparations to be taken here. I'm very, very happy to say we're finally done. And something deep down inside me tells me that this was only one of the smallest tasks up ahead of me. So, let's see. I think we're way better off with transporting those heat shieldings into a different direction here. So, let's dismantle all this because it's just not useful at all. Rather pipe them through into that direction and wait a sec, this is not a good one. Here. So, I won't be needing this production block thingy here anymore. So, let's do the logistics magics and, oops. I hope I got enough belts for all this here, because this is certainly a very spaghettific situation here, so... Oh no, that won't work. So let's say we're gonna put them down like that. That's working better. Alright. So that's not gonna be mixing anything whatsoever. Okay, let's go. Material number 2. Gonna be needing low density structures and the rocket fuel still. Alright. Yeah. A very spaghettific situation here, but I surely don't mind. Alright, so I'm gonna yeah, we're gonna be traveling this way around. So the silo's down there. Then I'm gonna be traveling this way. So yeah, I already see a pretty decent chance of my belts being depleted before I'm done with this. So let's handcraft a few. I don't want to spoil my moment of triumph just by some lacking resources. So we're finally reaching space now with that. That's really, really exciting for me to say because, you know, last time I went for the space exploration mod, I threw the towel before I got there. So getting there this time feels really, really big. I mean, sure, we're just launching satellites, and if I'm informed correctly, that's only the start of the whole story here. But well, you know, every story starts somewhere. Let's make sure this will work out too. Well, it's gonna be a close call with those belts, I tells you. I don't think we got enough here. And I don't think we're producing enough either. No, not like this. So, yeah, we're really suffering now from a small shortage of belts here. Can you imagine? This act of rebellion just like that. My god. What a shame. So, yeah, we're almost there. Well, let's just plug them in with power, so we get to pre-craft a few of those. Alright, it's all there, except for the rocket fuel. But the rocket fuel is not even being completely transported here, so it's not that horrible. Okay, there we go. Shouldn't I have a few units of rocket fuel in my pocket this time? No, I didn't. But at least my timing is quite solid. We're 32 minutes in, and let's just I'll just grab a few of those thingies by hand and toss them in there manually. If I find them, that is. Rocket. There. So yeah, we're now producing satellites, and sure, just like I expected, it's going to be a pretty long-term project, but yeah. So, it's been my pleasure, friends. We finally did it. So, I'm gonna pause here until we hit the 100% mark. I'm gonna be right back because I want to start the first satellite live on this video. Yeah. See you then. So there we are. Welcome to our first wonderful rocket here. So we finally assembled all the parts, and let's press launch and be happy about that. So my friends, it's been my pleasure. We had quite a long trip with those this satellite silo, but yeah, we finally did it. I just hope we're not gonna be needing only one of those. That would be a shame, because that would mean I set up all these things, well, not unnecessarily, but, well, if I don't need more than that, it wouldn't be that horrible. It would just mean that I can pipe over these materials for something else, but I assume that we're gonna need more than that. You must launch a satellite. I did that. Or, well... No, I didn't launch a satellite yet, so let's see. Launching satellites. So you got access to the navigation. You've launched 0 satellites. So why did I launch 0 satellites? I thought this would be it. So maybe I need more than one launch. I guess I need more than one launch. So I'm definitely gonna check out what happened here. So but that's gonna be stuff for the next episode. I just wanted to make sure we're gonna launch one missile here today. So thank you so much for watching. Next episode, I don't know what's up. Definitely gonna keep you updated and check out what's necessary then. Until then, drop me comments, leave me likes, leave me subscribes. I'd be super happy about your support, and as usually, take care, have a good time, and see you then. Bye bye.